Princess Diana led quite the life. The royal and mother of two sadly passed away on August 31st, 1997, after being involved in a car crash at the young age of 36. Access is looking back at the royal's iconic style over the years. Obviously, we have to talk about Diana's iconic revenge dress. The royal rocked an unforgettable off-the-shoulder black dress in 1994 at the Serpentine Gallery. It was dubbed her revenge dress, earning its name because that same night, then Prince Charles admitted to having an affair. So Diana stepped out in the look that would go on to turn many heads and inspire countless headlines. Access Hollywood spoke exclusively with DailyMail.com's U.S. associate editor Charlie Langston, who spoke about the look.
Princess Diana's revenge dress is a black, off-the-shoulder mini dress that she wore to an event at the Serpentine Gallery in London in 1994. Now, the dress alone would have prompted headlines the world over simply because of how risque it was. It was very short, it was off the shoulder, it showed a lot of skin, and it was not something that you were used to seeing a member of the royal family wearing. However, it was given all the more impact by the fact that Diana chose to wear it on the very same day that her husband, Prince Charles, confessed to cheating on her with Camilla Parker Bowles in a TV interview that was broadcast the world over.
The revenge dress was even recreated by actress Elizabeth Debicki in Netflix's hit series The Crown,
putting on a defiant display in what many are already calling her revenge dress. The prince and princess remain focused on their public roles. But there is little doubt that the War of the Waleses has entered a new and more volatile phase.
Speaking of the crown, literally this time, Diana's lover's knot tiara is one of her most famous. The tiara was created for Queen Mary in 1914, according to Town & Country magazine. It was then given to Queen Elizabeth, who later loaned the tiara to Diana as a wedding gift. It has been since worn by Kate Middleton, who has rocked the stunning piece multiple times.
Queen Mary had the tiara made based on a design that had been owned by her mother, and it was then passed down from generation to generation until it landed in the hands of Queen Elizabeth II, who offered to loan the tiara to Diana as a wedding gift. Now, Diana actually decided to wear a Spencer family heirloom on her wedding day, but after that ceremony took place, the lover's knot tiara became one of her favorite pieces. She wore it to many a royal event, and in the years since, we've actually seen it being modeled by Kate, Princess of Wales, on a number of different occasions. So the sentimental significance of the tiara has grown as the years have gone by, and obviously now, whenever the Princess of Wales wears it, it's seen as being a very wonderful tribute to her late mother-in-law.
Another one of her most memorable looks was her wedding gown. Diana tied the knot with Charles in 1981. Her gown featured puffy sleeves and a massive 25-foot flowing train. Access Hollywood previously spoke with Elizabeth Emanuel, who alongside her then-husband David created the iconic look for the royal.
We used to be in Brook Street, that's where our studio was, very close to Vogue magazine, and they were doing a photo shoot, and they said, did we have anything with a high neckline? And we did. She asked who the designers were, and she came in to see us shortly afterwards.
Tell me about the conversation when she asked you to make her wedding gown.
Oh, I remember that very clearly because I was in the showroom with a client and the phone kept ringing and nobody was picking it up. I picked up the phone. Yes, you know, a bit annoyed. And it was Diana. And she said, would you do me the honor of making my wedding dress? But you're going to have to keep it very secret. It was a life-changing moment.
What happened after Buckingham Palace announced that you were going to be the designer?
We were instantly besieged with press.
I'm very happy and delighted, obviously, with the news.
What about you, Elizabeth? Over the moon, very thrilled.
It was an exhilarating time, but also a little bit frightening for us because there was nobody to advise us, really, and we didn't want to give anything away.
Another gown that goes down in history was her midnight blue Victor Edelstein dress she wore while in the White House in 1985. She famously was photographed dancing with John Travolta in the long, form-fitting gown. The dress went up for auction in December 2019 and sold to historic royal palaces for $335,000. While it was most famously worn by Diana at the White House, she also donned it while in Austria in 1986, as well as at an opera house in 1991.
The Victor Edelstein gown that Princess Diana wore at the White House actually came to be known as the Travolta dress. It was based off a design that Diana had seen in Edelstein's studio, and the pair came together to kind of create Diana's own version in secret. And it was one of Diana's favorite dresses. She wore it on a number of occasions, which was quite rare for her. She was usually someone who didn't like to repeat outfits that often, but she wore this dress a couple of times, and it was actually the gown that she was wearing in her last official royal portrait photograph before she passed away.
It wasn't just her formal looks that were popular. Her casual looks continue to remain trendy to this day. In 1995, she was spotted out rocking bright biker shorts and oversized hoodie and sneakers, a look that is still very much in today.
Now, we've actually seen Hailey Bieber herself recreating Diana's looks in a fashion campaign a few years ago, and that just shows you how lasting her style is. It's something that teenagers are now recreating on TikTok. They're taking a leaf out of Diana's style Bible and bringing it into the 2023 era, and it still looks great. It still looks fashionable and trendy and cool, and it provides such a kind of simple foundation for an outfit that what's really fun is you're now seeing young people putting their own spin on it. They'll add some accessories, they'll add a fun shoe, but at the core of it all is a look that Princess Diana came up with and really kind of put on the style map for many decades to come.
Diana wasn't afraid to rock colorful ensembles. Back in 1992, she famously visited the Taj Mahal in India, sporting a bright red top and an equally colorful purple skirt. Her outfit later went on to serve as inspiration for her son Prince Harry's wife, Meghan Markle. The Duchess of Sussex paid tribute to her late mother-in-law while out visiting a charity with her husband in 2019. Meghan and her sister-in-law, Kate Middleton, have both paid tribute to Diana over the years in various royal fashion looks, keeping her memory alive with subtle nods in their outfits. It's not just Diana's fashion, but also her effervescence that makes the royal style so timeless. In 1991, she was pictured running barefoot and bucking royal protocol while running in a school race at Prince Harry's Sports Day. The clip went viral decades later. The royal can be seen racing barefoot against a bunch of other moms, hoping to nab the win.
She was not going to let any royal tradition or any kind of rules about how she was supposed to behave stop her from taking part. And that moment really encapsulates who Diana was. Yes, she had her public image and she had her kind of princess, demeanor that she would put on at certain events when it was required. But the truth of the matter was that Diana was a bubbly, energetic, fun-loving person who really didn't care what she was wearing, really didn't care who out there wanted to copy what she was wearing. She wanted to ensure that she felt good, that she felt comfortable, and that she was able to play with her children and have fun in a free and energetic way. And that viral video went so popular because of that reason. Summing up Princess Diana's style is almost impossible to do, but I think that timeless is definitely a word that needs to be used. Iconic, which is slightly cliched, and, boundary breaking, I think is another one, because whether or not she was in her most casual ensemble or whether she was on the red carpet at a royal engagement, Diana always was the star of the show. She always did something different. She didn't follow trends, she set trends. And that's something that no other royal has really been able to do in the same way. Diana really did break the style mold with every outfit that she wore. And the fact that those outfits are still being, paid tribute to by the modern royals and still being recreated by the kids on TikTok just shows you how important and, how lasting her impact has been.
Princess Diana's classic style remains beloved to this day. From her stunning formal wear to her trend-setting street style, there's a reason why she was known as the People's Princess.